Let's just clear up this misconception for the black community and they dumbasses for sitting there going with this narrative. You know, there's thousands of videos about the NFL draft. And y'all been on my platform before. We've covered these statistics before. But since it's prevalent, I'm going to go over them once again for the black community who doesn't like to read and doesn't like statistics. Sitting there talking about black men dating and marrying white women, and the athletes and the black men who make the most money always go and marry outside of their race. Just because y'all see a few NFL players with a couple of snow bunnies, shout out to Dr. Umar.
This is the snow bunny crisis on steroids.
Okay. And I'm kind of ashamed of the black community for doing all these damn videos and having opinions about why black men date outside their race when they get money, when the shit is not true. And it's just crazy to see that everybody got all these think pieces. Some woman talking about redlining
with his Danish girlfriend, Alina Thargood. And if this was an isolated incident, we wouldn't even have had this conversation. However, black men have been doing this since racial barriers were lifted from professional sports. Now, the majority of black people have always stayed in close community with one another due to redlining.
And that's why black men, we hate our mothers. We hate our black mothers. We trying to compete with white men. We want to be assimilated because that's why we deal with white women. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with insecurities. It ain't got nothing to do with, how about this? Before I get into it, why doesn't the black community ever stop focusing on black men and why they're dating or marrying white women? How about y'all look at the women that you're defending? Black women. Why don't black women ever look within and be like, well, maybe we might be doing something, different or off-putting to these guys while they're in college? Because from the feedback that I received from the sports players who spoke on this, I seen Marcellus Wiley talk about it.
You ain't going at the fine first when you at that level. You mess around, you date. That'd be your girlfriend. That'd be your fiance because you got money, you could buy rings. Guilty. You'll do all that, but wifey? Probably not.
I seen Josh Powell talk about it.
Men choosing women who are willing to do for them what needs to be done or what they need to feel within a relationship.
Those are all football players, NFL players, ex-NFL players, and ex-NBA players. And they say that it ain't got nothing to do with black men hating their black women or hating their mothers. It has everything to do with them women doing what it takes to make sure that that guy's life is easier. They're playing at the highest level in college. They're trying to make it to the NBA or the NFL, and they don't need that extra stress. And I've said this multiple times to my homeboy, black women haven't figured out how to treat successful black men because they probably weren't taught. But at some point, you have to do your research with the types of men that you're dealing with. You cannot treat the guy who is a millionaire the same way that you treat Pookie and Ray Ray or some around the way guy. Take care of the simple shit while this guy is damn near putting his life on the line on the field or something like that to try and bring home these millions of dollars. And stop treating them the same way that you would treat some run-of-the-mill. And I know that may sound like classism. I understand that. Some men may get offended. Some women may get offended. But there is a level of respect that you have to have if you're going to be this man's personal, partner, his wife. It's unfortunate because I've talked about this before. I think black women definitely have it in them to attract these type of men because black women, in my opinion, are the most beautiful women walking the face of the earth. I've said that multiple times. But it's just the attitude and the way y'all approach relationships that may decrease your chances, of getting these types of guys. And granted, I'm saying this somewhat tongue-in-cheek because of the fact that I know the actual statistics. However, that doesn't negate the fact that there are a significant amount of black men who are athletes that date and or marry white women. And if I had to guess, I would say that there's more than any other race. But that doesn't negate the fact that the men who don't play in professional sports and they make over $100,000, they tend to marry black women. And if you guys don't understand that, I'm going to show you. So this is what I put on TikTok. I just put the quote that I see everybody running with. The NFL draft showed us that rich black men prefer white women. And then I went here. So this is Thought Code. You guys have seen this picture before. The top 4 myths about black marriage. This was actually written by a black woman, once again, named Nadra Kareem Niddle. And it was updated on February 28th, 2021. Y'all know my rule, within 5 years. Now, let me go ahead and read this out for the black community that don't like to, do their research. Rich black men marry out. Black men drop black women as soon as they reach a certain level of success, don't they? While plenty of rap stars, athletes, and musicians may choose to date or marry interracially when they achieve fame, the same is not true for the bulk of successful black men. By analyzing census data, Tolson and Marks found that 83%, what did I just say? 83% of married black men who earned at least $100,000 annually got hitched to black women. The same is the case for educated black men of all incomes. 85%, this is old. Now this number is 79% of black male college graduates married black women. Generally, 88% of married black men, no matter their income or educational background, have black wives. 79% now. This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of black women. And that's the key point right there. And that's why I keep saying the black community is focusing on black men. Focus on black women. Because I promise you this, it's like dropping a bomb in the center of 1,000 black women. When you ask them, y'all want, every woman wants to get married, right? They will literally bite your head off and tell you, no, that is not what I'm here on this earth for. I'm not here to get married. I'm not here to procreate. This is black women. And if I'm lying, y'all can tell me. Quote it. I think every woman, when they're little, they all want to get married. Black women will spit in your face if you tell them that. So do you think they would put something like that in there? This means that interracial marriages should not alone be held responsible for the singleness of black women. They tell you that, not me. It's not me. Okay. So when y'all watch this, don't be like, oh man, you're projecting me, media man. No, the proof is in the pudding.
Fat-free Jell-O pudding. Dessert is back and it's fat-free.
If we know that the statistics show that only 29% of black women are actually married, which is the lowest, and granted, black men, 36%. And then the whole narrative about, dating out and marrying out, white men ain't checking for black women like that. They may admire you from afar. They will support you on social media. They will get those clicks, likes, and views by telling you that you're a queen, my sister.
My sister. My sister.
Putting out these false statistics. But at the end of the day, white men aren't marrying y'all. So the issue can't be black men, because we've already just proven, the statistics just came out, that black men, when they marry interracially, they are married at a higher rate than black women, and they get divorced less than black women. Black women, the same across the board. Black women are the most divorced and the least married to in whatever category, especially in interracial marriages. And this is another article with the same thing. Fact check, 83% of black men earning 100K annual income marry black women. So this young woman right here, written by Ann Brown, another black woman, same time, around 2021, a month before the other article was published. She fact checked and said there are many myths about black marriage. Some claim that black men are marrying at high numbers out of their race. Others claim that black women just aren't getting married. Another myth claims that successful black men aren't marrying black women. For the latter, the opposite is true. Black men who earn $100,000 or more marry black women, according to the analysis of U.S. Census data and other figures. And let me just be clear for anybody watching. This is one article that is saying, who are the lowest paid players in the NFL? Is there a minimum salary in pro football? Let's go down here. Since NFL teams require a 53-man minimum roster, massive amounts of money go towards a player's budget. While quarterbacks and highest paid members of a team typically earn multi-year contracts for millions of dollars a year, the median salary of an NFL player is $860,000 per year. So, just by that, right? If NFL players are making $860,000 a year, all of them for the 53-man roster, and black men who make $100,000 or more annually marry black women at an 83% clip, does that include NFL players? I would think so. Okay, black community, y'all looking dumb out here. You could have just did a Google search and found this information for yourselves. Okay, and just to drive home the point, here's another article that said, according to Spot Track, the minimum salary for a player in the NFL is $795,000, though this figure tends to change based on experience. So let's go ahead and say that $795,000 to $860,000. That's what the average NFL player makes. Very simple, right? And we use this dude. So if 83% of black men who make $100,000 or more marry black women, and the average median salary in the NFL is between $795,000 to $860K, then what does that tell you? Black community, you can come to your own damn conclusions. Do some math, figure it out, and shut the fuck up on social media talking about this damn conversation, because it makes us look stupid.
I didn't know, but now I know. No, we need your black card back. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. We need your black card back. The culture is sacred, and that's all I'm going to say. So you can come to the cookout, but you can't eat a plate. You have exceeded your nigga credit limit. Your black card has been revoked. 'Cause we can tolerate you, but we don't want to hear you say nigga no
I'll stop. Let's stop.